Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Tragic 2. It's Dan and Sursh here. And I suppose before we get started, Sursh, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
So you've made me aware.
Yeah, and a couple of people before we started recording this got on to us on our Instagram page asking for us to mention them because they did it. Was the Darkness into Light walk that is now taking place right around the country, and I believe some people in the likes of like Australia and New Zealand even do it now. All the Irish that have gone over there. Darkness into Light is a huge fundraiser for Pieta House. So important. And as I said, a couple of people got in touch via our Instagram page, Tragic2Pod, and just asked if we would give that a mention. So there you go. It's a major fundraiser, and fair play to everybody who did it.
Do you know what's actually terrible but also hilarious? And I don't mean to make fun of this, but do you remember when I did a show with somebody before and we were raising awareness for this? We were trying to raise money. So obviously, I mean, me and the co-host at the time had terrible mental health, as I think was pretty obvious when you listen to it.
I don't mean to laugh at that.
It's true though. But I was there going, okay, like we need to be real here. Yeah. So I went to tell a story about a time that I was depressed off my head, and he was like, I'm turning the mic down. The mic is going down. I'm not listening to you talk about depressing shit.
I don't think he quite realised. It
was very funny.
It was very funny. Like it was specifically to raise awareness for mental health. He's going, no sad stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fair play if you did do Darkness into Light, if you gave money for Pieta House, because I know a lot of people who have been through Pieta House for one reason or another, and they are a fantastic group to get help from, and they need all the help they can get. So fair play. It was also a scorcher.
It was
of a weekend. Like we're sitting here and it's still warm. Like I'm sweating here actually, and I don't think it's from the lights.
I think there was probably, I'd say if you were in the ice cream business, thousands of 99 ice creams sold. Up. Absolutely. But I seen people buying the likes of Loop de Loop. And
I had a Twister.
Why?
Oh, I love a Twister.
No.
The Twister have brought out this new hashtag not an ad. Twister have put out this new flavor now called fruit flavor. So it's not the traditional one with the green and the white.
They're trying to make it healthy
around. But so they've gone Twister fruit and then a little disclaimer at the bottom, made from fruit. And it's like,
no, it's like made from real fruit.
Yeah, but like,
who cares?
Obviously.
You're having an ice cream.
No, but like, way to point out the fucking obvious.
Yeah, because usually it's diluted nonsense and they say it's fruit.
Fruit flavour made from fruit. Who'd have thought it?
But why can't we just have treats that are actual treats instead of trying to make them sound healthy?
But I don't, but you were...
It's like a blueberry muffin. It's like made with real blueberries. You're eating a muffin. Shut up.
But in terms of having the ice creams then, like what would you have had instead?
99.
Yeah, but like not everybody has access to a 99.
Everyone has access to a 99.
Yeah, but like when you're sitting on your couch and you're going, I want ice cream, and there's a Twister in the freezer.
Then Then you go down, and I know it's €10, but you buy the Haagen-Dazs salted caramel ice cream, and you sit there eating the tub.
I buy the low-cal stuff to try and make me feel better.
No, that's horrible. Actually, that is awful. I know we're not naming the brand.
I gave you with your crumble that time.
No, the one, the salted caramel one.
Salted caramel, yeah. That's like 190 calories.
Oh, shite. Sorry, I didn't mean... I actually probably didn't even tell you to your face, but I was like, that... It tastes like petrol. It's gross. Do you ever smell petrol and you can taste it in your mouth? It's the same. It's disgusting. Anyway, bringing us on to shopping and buying things or whatever. I was queuing up for my coffee that I get every morning on Thursday. And of course, it's my time of the month. So I was bleeding heavily. So I needed to go get tampons. I know you don't want to hear this, but you have to just face the reality. We bleed. I know we're beautiful, but we bleed. So anyway, I bought the tampons and I was queuing up for the coffee. But I was so tired because when you're bleeding, it drains you of your energy.
Yeah.
So I was very tired.
You go through princess syndrome.
Yes. So I was queuing up and I dropped the Tampax onto the ground, right? But I didn't realize I dropped it. There was this guy standing behind me, right? So I just ordered the coffee.
Yeah.
He's after picking up my Tampax and he hands it to me, but I was so confused that I said, "Oh, sorry, is that yours?" And he was like, You literally
These were you, sir.
you just dropped them. And then I was remembering that they're mine. And why is he holding my Tampax? I was like, oh, sorry, thanks. And then I had to stand there. And then I had to stand there for 10 minutes waiting for the coffee. And I was like, bright red.
Sorry, sir, are these yours?
So bad, so embarrassing.
I don't think so, Saoirse.
But it's like one of those moments.
I think
where
he was looking for the beer fridge.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, you're a weirdo. But like, where, when you're like, have a good day, or, you're in a restaurant and you say, you enjoy your food too. It's one of those moments where, why did I say, are they yours? Are they yours? Of course they're not his.
Yeah.
They're mine, clearly.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was awkward. So that was how my day has gone, or my week really has gone. So I couldn't even wear nice clothes this weekend.
Well, you're wearing nice clothes now.
Well, I'm wearing all black. But in fairness, I don't know what this ensemble is. I can't put together clothes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so dead when it comes to
so dead.
Yeah.
Like what I'm wearing right now it reminds me of a ballet costume, doesn't it? I know it's black though, but I have
don't
this
think
little...
I've ever seen anybody.
It's weird though. Like I don't know what is going on. I'm wearing tights with a onesie thing, short onesie thing that I have to actually it's like a baby grow. And then I'm wearing this like half sleeve top that looked like those,
Go on, say what you were going to say. What you said
in Ann Summers, the slutty long sleeve.
Did you say like hooker gloves?
Hooker gloves.
Yeah.
They look like hooker gloves. They do. And then my nails, look at my nails. I got my nails done. By the way, these are my real nails.
Okay.
And I can't believe how long they've grown. I'm just delighted with life, to be honest. But I don't know what I'm wearing, so don't judge me.
Yeah. Fabulous weekend. And then it just decided to lash rain out of nowhere.
Yeah, sure.
I am burned. I actually look like the squashy sweets.
Yes.
I look like a squashy.
Do.
I lay out in the sun on Friday. I went up to Derry with a friend of mine to watch a football match. 3 hours up, 3 hours back. It was disastrous. But beforehand, I was lying out in the back garden and I was taking in the sun. And I said, okay, I'll get up now and I'll get myself ready to go to this game. And I looked at myself in the mirror.
Scalded.
Really scalded here. Not really here on the other side. And then under my man boob.
Oh.
There was like a big red spot.
Were you wearing a mankini?
No.
What were you doing?
I don't know what the hell I was. Maybe I had it was the way that my arms were.
Wait, hang on a second.
My stomach, or
were you not wearing a top?
No, I was lying out the back garden topless. Like I was trying to get my tan on. Like I'm going to Portugal soon, so I wanted to get a baseline.
Yeah.
But instead I look like a squashy.
We do that though. The sun comes out. We have Irish skin.
Yeah.
It burns easily. We sit outside in the blistering heat, no factor on, and just turn into a lobster.
Yeah.
And then go back white again.
Oh yeah, but I don't go full red lobster. I go squashy.
I go freckle, as I told you before, which is the worst.
Like it's really awkward, and I really hope it really disappears before I go to Portugal, because it's a really awkward looking thing under
That's
my
what
man
I mean.
boob.
You see, when you do burn, it burns in odd areas and it's mismatched.
Yeah.
So it's not even attractive. At least girls can put on fake tan over it so it kind of looks real. Guys can't.
Yeah. Thanks. You've made me feel great.
Yeah, but you just have to not lie out in the sun. Just accept your colouring. You're just not meant to tan, okay?
I am meant to tan.
You're not. Look at you.
Fat people can tan as well.
White fat people can't, okay?
Oh, well,
Speaking
anyway.
of fat, we're talking about food.
Yes, we are talking about food. So we put this up on Instagram, and we wanted your take on a comment. This is all going to work in a combination of different things, but it's all linked to the same thing. So disasters that you've had with food,
yes,
where be it could be a takeaway, it could be through something you bought in one of these ready-made packs, it could be anything like that. A disaster that you've had in a restaurant, all of those kinds of things. So you had a very we were talking about Kenan and Kel on the show last week.
Yes,
and you had a real Kenan and Kel moment.
I did. During college, I went to Stephen's Green, and they used to have a cafe that was up at the top. You know where the food court thing is?
Yeah.
Used to have a cafe there. And you know those fancy coffee shops that have like homemade cookies
Yeah.
by the till? So they were in one of those big jars. It was getting a coffee and I was like, that cookie looks delicious. I'm going to get that. So I got a cookie with my coffee, sat down, bit into the cookie, and there was a massive rusty nail. Now,
in the cookie?
Nail as in like, am I saying it right? You know, like a construction nail thing that you hammer into the wall, like a nail, a big motherfucker nail. And I bit into the cookie and it was like the length of the cookie.
Wow.
And I just sat there staring at it. It was dirty. I don't know. It must have fallen in during, I don't know, the making of it. I walked up to the girl. At the time, I was 19, so I was naive. I walked up and I was like, there's a nail in my cookie. And she said, ew, that's disgusting. And I just went,
yeah, no shit.
Yeah, like it actually is. And I just threw it in the bin. I kind of wish I chipped my tooth so that I could have sued.
Yeah, it's like the who put the screw in the tuna.
It was like, I mean, it was outrageous.
I put the screw in the tuna.
This really happened to me. They were joking and they were acting in that. This happened to me. And like, I just walked out. I didn't even ask for my money back. If that happened to me today, I would go full Karen on their ass.
Full Karen.
I really would.
Well, I went full Karen on a Chinese takeaway.
I remember this.
We, at home, myself and my folks, we decided we were going to get a takeaway. So we were getting all the dishes, and between myself and my dad, we shared a chicken satay. And so anyway, it comes, whatever, we're just about to dig into it, and the others hadn't eaten any of theirs yet. So I cut into the chicken, and I didn't even look at the chicken.
Because no one does.
No, you don't. You don't think to look. And I put it in my mouth, and I was kind of like, this is really like chewy. I was like, so that small little chunk I ate, I was like, that didn't feel great. And then I looked down on the end of the fork and I saw pink.
Ew.
And I went, you are joking. And I looked at my dad. I said, Dad, don't cut into that. Is that pink? And he goes, oh, yeah. So I was like, oh my God. So I was cutting up each individual bit of chicken. Every last bit of it was pink.
Now, can I just stop you there for a second? I thought that in a lot of takeaways that they bulk cook, say, the chicken and the beef. So it's like they just heat it up.
You are correct. So they're basically, they bulk cook the chicken and they put it into whatever sauce you get, whether it's satay, curry.
They're in containers, and then you order a satay and they throw the chicken in.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've bulk cooked this chicken. So I rang the takeaway and I go, listen, lads, what the hell is that? And the woman on the other end of the phone tried to convince me, no, it's cooked. And I'm like, no, it's not cooked. It's not cooked. Definitely is not cooked.
Necessary?
Well, not really. Anyway, I'm there on the phone going, no, it's not. Definitely not cooked. I go, no, we cook bulk chicken. And I said, no, sorry. Well, if you've bulk cooked the chicken, then everybody's food is raw tonight. So I was yelling down the phone at her, and they said, okay, we'll send you another one. So,
and were you accepting another one? I would go elsewhere.
No. But I was onto, because I had ordered it through Just Eat.
Ah, yes.
So I was onto Just Eat, the customer service thing on the app, and I was explaining to them what happened, and they were to give me a refund. So anyway, 15 minutes later, and like, I'm already grossed out by this.
And you're starving. There's nothing worse than when you're hungry.
I was starving, but then again, I was like, do you know what? After cutting into that, like, that's actually rotten. It's revolting. It's disgusting. I didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, 15 minutes later, delivery guy comes back, hands me the thing, and I showed him. I had it on a little plate, and I said, I just want to show you, and you can go back to your manager or whoever it is that I was on the phone to, and you can say that chicken was pink. So anyway, took the thing, in it went, and dished it out onto the plate again, cut into it, also pink.
Because it was from the same batch, obviously.
Because it was from the same batch. Pink.
So at that stage, what did Dan do?
I got on the phone again.
I thought you went down to them.
I did, but I got on the phone first.
Okay.
And I'm like, what in the name of Jesus are you actually trying to kill me?
Full Kevin mode. That's the male version.
Is that the male?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
So I was like, what are you trying to do? And like really like yelling down the phone. So I wasn't getting anywhere with this one at all. Like because
she knew she could ignore you on the phone.
Yeah, but she kept also insisting that it was cooked. And I'm like, listen, lady, no.
Yeah. So
I took the original batch and the second batch of all pink chicken. And I rocked up. Yeah. I rocked up to the Chinese takeaway. There were people in there, right? Obviously ordering.
Sitting down.
Like, they were sitting down waiting for their order.
That's so awkward.
In comes
Kevin.
In comes Kevin. And I opened the box, the takeaway lid of the box. And I'm like, here, this is proof it's not cooked. And everybody, in front of everybody, and she was like, she was trying to get me to like calm down and like stop talking. And I'm like, this is not cooked. This is the first batch, and this is the second batch. And then one guy got up and left.
Did he?
Yeah, got up and left. And the others didn't really know what to do. And I'm there going, la, 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 la. So anyway, Just Eat had already committed to giving me my refund. And I think they actually credited the account as well with more for the inconvenience and whatever, which was fine on their part, grand. So I said, and I actually said to your woman, I said, you haven't heard the last of this.
Oh.
Like full
Did
Kevin.
she apologize, or was she just sticking by? Was she saying, that's cooked chicken?
She had the evidence staring at her in the face. Like the chicken was still alive.
Jesus.
In this box.
That's really bad. Really bad.
And so I said, no, this woman isn't getting away with this. So I rang the food safety.
Did you actually?
Pharmacy the following Monday.
I live for that.
Yeah.
Every
got
month.
on because I get them on the press releases, right? So, 5 eateries closed down for blah blah blah. And I go, oh my God, which ones? And then like if I realize, I ate there once.
Even if it was 10 years ago, you're like, I feel sick.
Yeah. So anyway, I got onto the Food Safety Authority, and to be fair to them, they were brilliant from start to finish. I had to fill out this thing online of what the problem was and attach pictures and, blah, blah, blah. Then I got this call from like a food scientist, and it was like, oh my God, that actually looks terrible. And I said, yeah. So about 2 days had passed.
I know what happened. They did a spot check.
Yeah.
Without them knowing.
2 days had passed, and I got a phone call from the Food Safety Authority. And they're going, look, we're just following up on your complaint about XYZ takeaway. And I really should be named, but anyway, I won't. It has found that you weren't the only person to complain about this establishment.
Stop it.
And their food. So basically, this takeaway ended up being shut down for a couple of days because they had obviously done their spot check and they had seen other complaints and whatever. And
did you ever find out what they were shut down for? The way, like,
I took a wild guess at the pink chicken.
Yeah, but
not
like
cooking
rat
properly.
Droppings or like
no, I don't think it was. It was just not cooking properly, like standards. It was the only time in my life I had ever gone, Kevin, and literally the only time in my life I have ever done that, because I was like, okay, that could have either A, killed me, or B, a really, really nasty episode on the toilet an hour later.
Yeah. See, I'm too Irish. I will never, ever complain. I will complain afterwards. I will internally hate my life while I'm trying to pretend to like what the food was, and I'll pay for it and say nothing.
It's like when, do you ever be in a restaurant and they come around and they always pick the time when you literally just put something in your mouth and they go, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. I know. And then you don't want to bother them again because you're like, don't come back near me. Happened to me recently.
Mm-hmm.
Went to a place that we've gone to loads of times up the road here.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice place. And I got the usual sandwich that I always get.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I just looked in because I don't like rashers. I hate them. I thought they put in a rasher. So I opened up the sandwich. Lying there was a black pube.
Oh.
a black, like now I mean a long, curly black pube. And when
you were sure that this wasn't just like a strand of hair.
No. It was a black
It was
pube.
a pube.
It was a black pube. And I just know the guys that are working in the kitchen are all Spanish and they have dark hair.
So it was a Mediterranean pube.
It was a Mediterranean pube.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I actually wanted to get sick. But did I say anything? No.
No.
But have I gone back? No.
Oh, have you not?
No, I can't. I'll never get that sandwich ever again. I cannot eat it.
We've been there.
No. This was recent.
Oh.
This was recent. Yeah, this was about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I like their salads.
And I was like, because they know me. I don't want to be like...
Yeah. But it's also a very nice establishment.
I could have eaten that if I didn't see it.
I know. Oh, I'm raging now. I won't be able to go back there.
I can deal with like spiders or if you...
you can deal with a spider in your food, but you can't deal with a pube.
No, there's something about a hair. A hair and a pube.
Hang on a second.
Can't.
If a spider...
Well, are you saying you'd prefer to eat a pube than a spider?
No, but I'm just saying like that's two pretty level things of unacceptable.
No, if I don't eat salad because salad are for...
You don't make friends with salad.
True. In fairness though, you don't get full from a salad. You eat salad. I don't know how you do that.
A good chicken Caesar salad now will have you feeling
You might
full.
as well just eat air. So anyway, it was there in front of me and there was a spider. And I don't care about that. I don't mind a spider slug. I don't like it. I won't want it. But at least it's organic.
Yeah.
But a hair or a pube, no.
Now, I took a bit of a Google. So you've been getting in touch on our our Instagram on your ones. But I took a bit of a Google on this earlier, and I've kept this up because it has just made me feel violently ill. So this website now, is there mention of the establishment? I'm going to have to be careful not to mention it because I don't want to get sued. So the disgusting things that you found in your suit. So you see now I'm going to give it away. Most kids get toys with this meal, right? But one 7-year-old Swiss girl allegedly got a condom with her McDonald's fries. Her worried mother called the police after the 2009 incident. Police determined the oddity to be a health risk. Yeah, like not even in a packet. This was an opened condom in her Happy Meal. Oh, anyway. I really didn't try there, did I?
Of all things, a condom.
Yeah.
Like that's someone doing the dirty out the back
in
the kitchen area and it's going in your
And actually, funny enough, I remember years ago, I was involved in the community organization and we were running a big fundraiser and a company had given in boxes upon boxes of sweets to keep us going and to hand out if we needed to or, to give guests that were coming in. So we were getting to the bottom of one of these boxes. And at the bottom of these boxes, there were 2 little small sachets of lube. At the end of these sweets.
Okay.
So we were kind of like, okay.
Speaking of condoms, I know this is kind of quickly going off topic. My friend got a condom stuck inside her. Is that not supposed randomly? She was having sex, right? With a guy. They were using protection.
It came off.
It came off mid having sex. And then they didn't realize and they kept going. And she rang me afterwards. She was like, you might need to take me to the hospital. I was the only one that drove at the time. She was like, the condom is stuck inside me. They thought it was like somewhere else on the bed and it wasn't. They looked everywhere and they were like, the only place it could be is inside. And he went digging and he found it.
He went digging?
I'm not going to name her, but she listens to this. Anyway, they found it and pulled it out.
Oh my God. So did you have to take her to the hospital?
No.
That would have been a brilliant story.
That piece, she has a condom stuck
Yeah,
inside
she's
her. Like you'd probably get some toxic shock syndrome from that. Anyway, speaking of things in food, someone said that they once found a fingernail in bread from a specific supermarket. Now that supermarket that they're talking about, they were renowned for very cheap
Go on,
fruit.
we're gonna have a long enough list of lawsuits anyway. No, you don't know.
No, don't. They have very cheap fruit. I don't know if they still do. I don't live near one of them. But anyway, I remember getting 49-cent pears. Now they were packaged in like the proper packaging, so it wasn't loose pears or whatever. Brought them home, bit into one of them, and I mean there was maggots massive. Now, they weren't little ones. They were big white.
Oh no.
Huge ones. And they were everywhere inside the pears.
Inside the pear?
Inside the pear. And of course, what did I do to throw them in the bin? I didn't even bring them back. But like they were obviously grown in God knows where. Flown over. So they weren't even Irish maggots.
Sorry, because I had a pear yesterday.
Yeah, I don't eat pears anymore, to be honest. God. That has put me off. But a fingernail in your bread.
Yeah, that's not great.
I actually would prefer the rusty nail that I found.
Like I get all sorts of anxiety. Like if I've gotten something from a deli, it's like,
I know.
But that person wasn't wearing a hairnet. Is their hair now in my food?
Like I'm obviously allergic to hair in food. I think it's absolutely disgusting. But I can understand how it happens. But a fingernail, are they cutting their fingernails whilst baking the bread?
Ugh.
Like you'd have to be. Your nail doesn't fall off.
Yeah, no.
Oh wait, maybe it's fake nails.
Well, I mean, like you would assume they have gloves on.
Yeah, but fake nails, maybe if they didn't have gloves on, that it would pop off. But otherwise, are you chopping your nails while baking bread? No, please don't do that.
Chopping your nails.
I don't know. I've cut my nails in strange places. I have. I'm not going to elaborate on that because I'm disgusting enough as is. That this is probably the worst one we got in about finding stuff in your food.
Yeah.
Someone messaged in a well-known Italian restaurant as well. They found glass in their pasta.
Oh.
Glass.
Oh.
Like, that's really bad.
That is really bad.
Like, how do you find glass in... Like, how does that happen?
Did they drop the... Did they drop the pasta dish on the floor and then went, oh shit, and scooped it into another bowl and there was still a bit of bowl?
Imagine eating glass. Although someone did tell me that you can actually eat glass because it's made of sand. Like you can digest it in small bits.
Yeah, but then what?
But you don't really want to be eating that.
Comes out the other end. That'd be a sore shite.
No, but I think you can actually like break it down in your mouth. Chew it like.
Ugh.
I've never tried that, but
yeah, if you want to be going to the dentist then.
Now, I don't know if this is a joke. An actual bolt in one of those HB ice cream tubs that you ate with a wooden paddle.
So the small little ones?
Yeah, a bolt. Is a bolt some kind of screw?
A bolt, yeah. It's like there's a bolt in this thing. That's
one of those in the ice cream tub. Ew.
Like that. You see that's like that's a major manufacturing error from like the factory.
Yeah, see, that was probably the same with my cookie.
Yeah.
But that's gross as well.
That is rotten.
Imagine choking on that. Do you remember that time there was like also a well-known bar of chocolate or something and someone found a maggot buried inside it?
Ugh. That's rotten as well. There was, do you remember, there's a very popular maker of bread. And I'm pretty certain this is only in the last like 1 or 2 years. And it was in a deli, in a well-known supermarket as well. And there was a mouse, dead mouse in between the pan.
No.
And they had to take all of their bread off the shelf.
Cannot deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Imagine I found an earwig inside the sealed plastic pack of cornflakes when I opened it.
It's not quite like when you were a kid and you used to get a toy in your cereal.
How does an ear like that? Earwigs in general are absolutely disgusting.
Ugh.
Inside the packet of your cereal. No, I'd cry. I really would cry. But then a lot of people were kind of messaging in about just disgusting foods. And like horrible things that you've eaten. Now, I told you the story about me in a Avoca. Yeah. They make fantastic sandwiches, like really good sandwiches.
Yeah.
Really overpriced sandwiches, by the way, Avoca, just saying. But anyway, got the like traditional, whatever it was, I think turkey and ham or whatever. So they add like mustard and they add like lots of different stuff in. Now, I don't really know mustard. I wasn't given mustard as a child. I never really bought it and added it to anything. But I decided, yeah, sure, I'll leave it all in, get the sandwich as a whole. And I bit into it and I was like, this taste's gone off. I didn't realize mustard actually tastes like gone off.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
It tastes like steel.
And I was like, yeah, I really didn't like the first bite. And I was like, this is gone off. And then the person I was with was like, no, it's mustard. So I was like, oh, okay. Took another bite and then realized I really hate mustard. And then for some reason, what got into my head was baby poo. Because mustard looks the colour of baby poo. And then I vomited on the table.
Oh, Saoirse.
on the table on a Sunday in front of
everybody.
Everybody, families there, and I got sick all over the table.
Oh my God. Was this Avoca and Malahide?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Can you imagine getting sick in front of everyone because I had mustard? It's disgusting though. Oh no, I can't. Even the thoughts of it now.
Were you alone?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
Thankfully, I was with somebody, yeah.
Kind of trying to figure out whether
they cleaned it up, which was fine. I was like, I'm gone. See it. Bye.
trying to figure out whether or not it'd be better to be alone in that situation. Or,
that would be way worse.
do you reckon?
Yeah, because then I would get into a panic and start thinking, I have to say I'm pregnant or something. There needs to be a reason why I've just gotten sick on the table. It can't because I've eaten mustard.
Like, was there sick on the floor as well? There probably.
No. It was dripping off the table. Like, yeah, it was. And you know, vomit when you've had a full stomach of food.
It's such.
It stinks. It wasn't water.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is vile. Loads of people messaged me in saying, just mushrooms. Can we talk about mushrooms and how disgusting they are? I don't get the mushroom thing. I like them.
Yeah, I don't have a hatred for them. I'd rather not have them. Like, if I was getting like a steak meal, okay, I can do steak with, onions and mushrooms and like pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Because that's a really nice combo.
That is a nice combo.
But I wouldn't think to have or to want mushrooms anywhere else. So, for example,
mushroom soup, though. Decent.
Oh, no.
What? You wouldn't have mushroom soup?
No, not in a million years.
Really?
I was watching Clarkson's Farm.
Love it.
On Prime there only yesterday.
Yeah.
I won't give away too much of Clarkson's Farm, but he starts to grow mushrooms and doing really well out of it. And I'm just looking at them going, but he's talking about like mushrooms on toast. And I'm like, oh.
That is one of the nicest things. You'd love it. No, you would, because they cream the mushrooms and they're really soft. And then the toast is buttered and it's really
I couldn't think
toasted.
Of
it's so good. Don't knock it till you try. And there's cheese on the top.
I don't hate mushrooms, but I'd rather not have them.
Promise me to taste that one day. You will love it.
Mushrooms.
You will love it. Actually, speaking of bread, somebody messaged in saying, ketchup on bread with no butter. Just ketchup on bread. Do you know,
there has to be something on the bread.
I had a burger last night and I had no butter and I had no mayonnaise. Now, I usually put both those things on my burger.
You put butter on a burger?
Yeah, you need to like have the burger one wet.
Yeah, but that's what the mayonnaise is for. Or ketchup or something.
Ketchup doesn't do the same thing. Mayonnaise does. Ketchup doesn't. So anyway, I didn't have the mayonnaise. I didn't have the butter. So I just used ketchup and it's not good. It's too dry. So I actually feel that person's pain. We know a guy that hates butter.
Do we?
Hates butter, yes.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Doesn't put it on anything. Dry toast.
Ugh.
Who would do that?
Wouldn't have dry toast.
Wouldn't.
No.
Like toast is basically top tier food. But without butter, it's nothing. It really is nothing.
Yeah. Like there's loads of them. Like there's probably about 100,000 unfortunately. Like I've had, I didn't go full vomit, but I've had the same experience with mustard, where I'd seen mustard on the menu and gone to the person here, listen, not a fan of mustard, would you mind taking it out? And I'm pretty certain, like, it was a ham and cheese toasty with something else in a soup.
But like, that's what I mean. Why can you not just have a ham and cheese toasty anymore? Without it. Like, they just add this shit in all the time and it's unnecessary.
Just ham and cheese, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Butter, yeah, grand.
Yeah.
But anyway, they came out with a ham and cheese toasty and inevitably there was mustard in it. And I was getting to the point, because I would be like that, I would start, because I just hate it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And like my mouth is full, like I can't swallow it because I know I can't swallow it. So my mouth will have a big chunk of, and you can't spit it out. So that's
spitting. No, it's better to swallow it. Yeah.
Oh, we've gone there again.
You did it.
You
went there.
So I still had a chunk of this toasty in my mouth, and I'm going, now the mustard is very much on my tongue, and I'm getting to the point of, oh my God, I'm actually going to be fucking sick in a minute. So I'm trying to call your one's attention while also processing what's in my mouth. And she comes over and she goes, yeah, okay, mustard in the fucking sandwich. And She's looking at me going, what? Fucking mustard. I'm like, I can't do anything with this. And then like I'm feeling like, and I start going, it was just fucking,
they need to ban it.
Yeah.
It needs to be banned.
Yeah.
Mustard. Someone else messaged in, and this reminds me of a time I did something similar. They thought they were eating grapes on a holiday before, and it was olives.
Oh no.
When you think you're having a grape,
devastation, because I hate olives.
Hate olives.
I remember my first time trying calamari. Didn't realize. Do you know what calamari is?
Squid.
Yes.
Ugh.
So
they look like onion rings.
They look like onion rings.
They do not taste like onion rings.
They do not taste like onion rings.
They're chewy and very octopusy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. So it was in a restaurant. It was in a restaurant in Spain, and I had seen the waiter come out to a different table with what I thought were onion rings, and I went, "Oh, I want them."
Wait, did you know that it was like? Did you think calamari was just a different word?
I didn't even realize it was called calamari. I didn't know what it was. I just said to my dad, "Oh, I want those. Could I have those onion rings?"
No.
And my dad's looking, going, he fully knowing that they weren't onion rings. They're going, "You sure you want that?" I was like, "Yeah." He's gone, so it calls the waiter over and said calamari. Now, I didn't take any heed of what was being said. Said calamari, and the blade comes out, and I'm going, "Oh yes," because I had chips as well, and I had a burger. It was like burger, chips, onion rings, brilliant. Picked one up, put it in my mouth, and it was rubber. Yeah, because that's obviously what it is. And I felt instantly ill.
Yeah,
instantly.
It is vile.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever go near anyone that liked fish. Like fish is disgusting. All fish bar a cod and chips. I'm sorry now. If you're going to be ordering cod or salmon or no, get in the bin.
I've had red snapper in front of you.
You're disgusting. Have I kissed you? No, and I never will.
Oh, thanks.
Ever. Dear God, no. That is vile.
There go my chances.
No, I actually just can't. Like, give me all the beige food. Like potatoes with bread and chips.
You're such a plain Jane.
I'm such a plain Jane. I'm basically a child.
We had a very unfortunate, actually, and again, this involves a Chinese meal. We had a very, very unfortunate episode in our workplace.
We did.
With a Chinese.
I think that was all the MSGs though.
I'm not sure. Yeah, like probably. I mean, I'd never had an issue before. You had gone out and you announced that you had gotten sick. You got it like it was a 3-in-1 or something like that, and I had gotten chicken balls with chips and satay sauce. And I was eating them. I thought it was fine, grand, yeah, not a bother.
But you know, remember, I was on air at the time, and I turned delusional.
Oh, you did? Like, yeah, you were not well.
Like, there was definitely something in that. Like, I actually, my mind was going. I felt awful.
You were definitely not well. So you'd come back, you would announce to me that you'd gotten sick, and I was like, what? Really? There's nothing wrong with that. And then, you know, when you can feel your stomach start to turn?
Yes.
And it's sitting there. But I didn't get sick. It wanted to come out the other way.
Oh, that's worse.
And I could feel it. And like, I kind of started like sitting up like that, kind of going, yeah, no, I'm grand. And I'm feeling like, oh my God, I'm actually going to crap myself. And I got up and I opened the, so you know the scene in Bridesmaids where she desperately needs to go and she runs out onto the street and she doesn't quite make it to the cafe across the road. I felt like that because the distance between the studio and the toilet was some distance when you feel like you're about to let it go. And I don't think I'd even closed over the door in the bathroom and like arse hit seat and the world fell out of me.
Was this in work?
Yeah.
Oh no. Did you go into the disabled toilet?
No. It was the men's toilet. And I didn't even, you know, the cubicle, I didn't even, the door hadn't.
I'd say the smell of that
it was, but like it was late night when I was in with you, so there was nobody else there. But holy shit, literally. Yeah. The world fell out of me.
That's the only time I've had food poisoning.
Yeah, I was actually sweating.
Again, you're like, how was that made and what was in it that made us get sick?
I was going home. I was sat when I left you in work because you still had time to go and I left and I was sitting on the train going home that night going, I can actually feel that it might happen again, and this is not the place I need to be if this is going to happen. And I was panicked the entire way home.
Yeah, you would.
I think I ran from the train station home because I was really afraid that I was going to shit up my back. Like a baby.
Oh, that is so rotten.
Like my stomach was just doing awful things with me that night.
Oh, it's the worst.
Sorry if you're listening to this having lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever you're...
I know, I decided to start
or
this.
your Chinese takeaway.
Yeah, as I went for food. And then you start getting paranoid. You're like wanting to watch them in the kitchen and do they wash their hands and is the food cooked?
Yeah, horrible.
Have there any pubes been missed? Oh, no, I just...
Mislaid pubes.
Mislaid pubes, no. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Anyway.
Hungry?
No.
Have you eaten?
Absolutely not. I'm very glad I ate
That's
it.
what I mean. That's why I think we need to just stay with the staple. Like, have chips ever made anyone sick? No. You can't get sick from just eating chips.
No.
So the beige foods are best.
Beige foods.
You go potatoes, you go bread, you go chips. You can't go wrong. Throw in fish fingers. That's the most fish you'll get out of me.
And alphabeti spaghetti.
Yes, my favorite.
Anyway. Oh God. Well, we're sorry if this has put you off food for life.
It won't put you off food for life. It does. It's like everything's temporary. Temporary.
Yeah.
Temporary. Everything's temporary. I don't think I've ever said that word correctly.
Enjoy your takeaway later tonight.
Yeah. You get sick. You could have food poisoning. It's like alcohol poisoning. We've all done it. And then two days later,
but you know what? I gave myself food poisoning one time because I went, you know, these, you buy them in the butchers. They're the tray of like a beef stir fry.
Oh, yeah.
And this was in my fridge for ages. Didn't look like I would usually always look at the expiration date. Didn't look at the expiration date. This thing had gone off by about 3 days. So I was cooking this thing. It was taking ages to cook. The beef in this was taking forever to cook. And I was like, what is going on with this? So I ate it anyway. And I had like full on food poisoning. I was in pain. My stomach, like I was actually in pain. So much pain. There was no amount of paracetamols or anything. Actually, I then discovered that you shouldn't have paracetamol on top of anything sort of gastro related.
But even at best before, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going a day over.
The thing was, so this affected me for a good week. I was in agony for a week. I had a hot water bottle on my stomach. I was drinking water like there was no tomorrow. I lost 6 pounds.
That is not a good way to lose weight.
It's not. Okay. But I stood up on the weighing scale and I went,
the benefits of getting food poisoning.
I've lost half a stone.
Dear God. No.
I felt great.
Yeah,
and I was doing a gym program at the time as well. So I was like, I lost 6 pounds this week.
You get that pain from vomiting so much.
Yeah.
No, it's not worth it.
Oh, it's horrible.
It is horrible.
Anyway, we'll talk about something nicer the next time. Well, maybe actually, no, not.
But not gruesome.
Not gruesome. No. Anyway, that has been. We're sorry if this has put you off food for the whatever time you're listening or watching this podcast. A huge thanks as well to Dave O'Gara. He keeps coming back.
He's brilliant. We love him.
He must like us.
I hope so at this stage. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much.
Dave O'Gara from A Podcast Geek, and coming up soon within the next week or two, we might be recording from a different location.
Yes,
which we're very excited by. Anyway, so a huge thanks to Dave. Huge thanks to you if you got in touch with us through Instagram. Follow us at Tragic2Pod. You can also get us on YouTube, the Tragic2 Podcast, and you'll also find us on Spotify and Amazon and wherever else you get your podcasts. So make sure you take a look, and we'll be posting these all over social media as well. So that is it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thanks. I'll talk to you next week.
Indeed.
Bye.